Alright, Rancho Vista Tech Team, I'm going to show you how to take one of the podcasts using our RanchoVistaChurch.com blog and post that podcast onto the website. And there are a few little intricacies, and so hopefully this video will clear that up. The first thing you'll do is you'll go ahead and, if you notice the URL here at the top, which is ranchovistachurch.com/wp-login.php, and if you just do that, it'll come up to the login screen. WP is WordPress, and that's what we're using for that. The username is RVC Podcast. Okay, and I'll go ahead and email you the password along with this video, so that doesn't circulate the net and we have people infiltrate our WordPress blog. So I'm going to go ahead and log in as my Firefox asked me to remember that. Okay, once you're here, what you'll see here, we have the different post media, which is one of the things that we will use, but hopefully we'll be able to do it all at once. This is a little quirky, so one of the things that you could do is you could hit post and go that way. But what I found is if we use the quick press and then we edit it, it actually opens up some fields that we don't get initially if we just try to create a post. Now, I don't know if that makes a lot of sense, but basically what I'm telling you to do is do these steps in this order. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and give it a name, and I actually have the one that I did before. This is part of the Toxic series, and I believe this was week 6. So I'm going to go ahead and put Toxic week 6, and what that does is that's going to create the URL, and you'll see what I mean by that. Next, we can add the media now, or we can go ahead and wait a second. If I was smart, I would go ahead and upload that. In fact, I might upload it and pause this while we do that. So let me go ahead and pause this, and then that way we won't eat up a lot of time. All right, I should tell you the way we're going to upload the MP3 is we're going to click on this little audio button here. We're going to add the audio. Once we do that, it's going to take a second. It's going to bring up another screen that says, where do you want to load the audio from? And we're going to take it from, in my case, I'm taking it from the computer, and I imagine you probably have it either on the card itself after you've edited it, or on your computer. Select files, and hopefully it'll bring me right up to where it needs to go. We're a little back there. Let's see if we have it here. I'm going to do a little star.mp3 if I'm not dyslexic, instead of PM3. MP3, there we go. It's going to show me all the, I'm still out of the wrong one, there we go. And so I called it Toxic Week 6, and it's going to go ahead and load that up. So I'm going to pause it here until it's done. Okay, we finished copying it up, and once it was done, it brought us here. You can see once it loads up, it'll show you the name of the file here, toxic_week6.mp3, when it was uploaded, and then what the title of this is. And you can actually change it, or you can leave it the same. It's kind of invisible to end user anyhow, so not a big deal. You also see the link where it's stored at on the website, and so I'm highlighting it all, and you'll notice I'm carrying it all the way through to the .mp3. I'm going to do a Control-C, and I'm going to copy that. And the reason is when we post it, I'm going to use that information to enter that in. Okay, so basically, I'm not really modifying anything, but what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to insert that into the post. And so you can see now that it basically embeds a link to where that MP3 file is located. And we'll also, if we click on media, we'll see a list of our audio files under there. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this as draft, because we're going to edit it some more once I've saved it. And now that we've done that, you'll notice it kind of cleared everything out, and we're going to go ahead and edit that post. Okay. Again, the reason we do that is if you just go to click on post and add a new one, it doesn't give you all the options that we're going to need. And so you actually have to save it once in order for it to insert that. I'm not really going to add anything to this. It's pretty cut and dry. We just have a running list of all the different podcasts that we have. You'll notice that it gave it a location based on the date and the name that we gave it. and it's already put a link now to that audio file. Okay. One of the things that we want to do is we could actually put some tags if we wanted to put some searchable information. You can put the name of the series, if you know the topic, what it's on. If we're doing one on family values or something like that, you can list that in there as different tags. We're going to go ahead and deselect the uncategorized, because this post now is going to be under the podcast heading. Okay, and that's all we need to do there. And then one of the other fields we want to modify is under the custom fields. We want to go ahead and select the enclosure. And the enclosure basically is, as we look on the main website, it's this little area right here. This is the enclosure. And if you see the article image, which I'm not selecting now, but when I do some of the banners and whatnot, like this right here is the article image. And so you have to specifically send it a link. So under the enclosure that we have, remember I copied the location of where that is. We need that enclosure to point to that value in order for it to pop up in that area here. And so that's where we get that link from. And so the other thing you'll see is all the different things. We're basically not too worried about any of these things here. It will post it as the podcast user, which is what you logged in. And now that we have all that done, all we need to do is hit publish. And it should publish it. And we can view the site and see that that is on there in just 1 second. It does take a couple seconds for it to complete. So if we visit the site now, again, at any time you can see it here, and then you can get back to it by either going back to the just hitting the back button, and you'll see that we now have Toxic Week 6. And so when you click on that on the regular website, it takes you to exactly to where that file is. It automatically, because it's an audio file, completes it with the appropriate buttons.
Well, good morning. My name's
and you can hear it right there.
Worship.
I would obviously don't need to hit it all. So that's all the steps that are necessary to post it back on. Let's see, as we bring it back here, I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. There we go. And now we're going back one more to the WordPress, and that's it. And again, you can see all the different posts. If we click on posts, you'll see where they're at. Again, if we need to email that location to someone, and again, you can see all the different posts that are part of the website. Once you're done, last step is to just go ahead and log out. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and email me, and hopefully that helps clear up how to add the podcast to the site. Thank you.